I'm your host Zelda, and welcome to the very first run of BSG Annual 2021. Are you guys ready to kick it off?
Yes.
Yeah.
I put some energy into that.
Good job.
Let's get this going.
Hey guys, I'm RDV, Ronald, whatever you want to call me. I've got my buddy, co-commentator Jay with me. You want to say hello? Or not?
Yo.
Okay. Nice. I'm going to be running Pikmin 3 Deluxe, one of my favorite games that was released on the Wii U and then ported over to the Switch. It's playing in Chinese because it's faster. So I'm gonna get
Faster over English by about 4 seconds.
Alright, so... Alright, I'm gonna start the run in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Do you want to explain the story of this game, or should I do that?
You can do that.
Okay, so the story for this game is that there's this planet named Kopai. They're running out of food. They send out various vessels to different planets to see if they have edible, food, or food that's, fit for the people of Kopai. They found a planet. This planet's called PNF 404. Here we meet our first Pikmin type, the yellows. So they send out 3 captains to this planet to find them to find food. Spoilers: we're not really going to be getting much food. Yeah.
But even total, we grabbed 2.
That is not enough for the planet to survive. But, we're all about speed here, and throwing Pikmin fast. So, they send out 3 captains. However, before they land, something went horribly wrong. They all got split up. We're playing as Charlie right now. He just, something just happened to him. Not quite sure what. But we'll see him again later. So this is our second captain, Elf. Kind of the main guy. Here we got our first onion, which is what these ships are called that the Pikmin use. All right, Jay, do you want to explain the most important thing on day 1 here?
All right. So you'll notice that Ronald starts pushing the bridge pieces. That is because the Pikmin walk very slow, and this speeds them up because our walk speed is faster than the Pikmin's walk speed.
Yeah.
And he'll also throw them for the extra speed bonus.
So another strat discovered by SBU not too long ago that I'm gonna be attempting. Right here on this final pellet. On this final, little cycle of pushing the bridge pieces. So if I whistle in the background, during this cutscene I should grab all of the 4 Pikmin and they're not actually walking back to, not actually... Oh, one of the Pikmin got stuck on the bridge. Don't know what to do when that happens.
Disperse and then whistle.
Oh.
Or sometimes he'll just walk to you. So that trick was actually, the inner workings of it was found out. Basically, for 1 frame, the Pikmin teleport back to where the bridge pieces were. So if you just whistle over there, you'll whistle them during that 1 frame where they're there. It just makes day 1 slightly less of a headache.
It's already killed 2 Sugrips here, so they can take that back. A little quicker.
And that was
1
pretty
pellets.
nice.
Okay, nice.
I don't know why the one Pikmin decided to do the worm around the pellet, but... As demonstrated by that red Pikmin, the grabbing is not that great in this game.
That's definitely like the one thing that's definitely not that good in this game. They made the Pikmin have a tough time grabbing onto things. One thing I haven't really pointed out is you can actually cancel plucking the Pikmin, and it will just immediately, pluck the seed. The animation's supposed to be much longer, but by just canceling the animation, it just, immediately cancels the, it just plucks the Pikmin and you can start walking again a little quicker. Alright, we needed 20 Pikmin to push this box, and, well, you know, you have to kill some time anyway. We might as well just, you know, get a 21st Pikmin. It helps out for the routing, too.
We got 21 because we're cool.
Yeah. Gonna slightly turn the camera here so a certain cutscene doesn't play. It's kind of strange.
There's a little jump that Alf will do because there's a little text box, but you can skip it by turning the camera. This comes up a couple times in the run. I think SBU discovered another one on day 2.
You'll probably hear us mention SBU a lot.
Yes,
SBU is kind of...
SBU has discovered a lot.
Yeah, he's really good at the game.
Go sub to him.
Alright, let's see on the day 1. You know, if the host wants to say anything, that would be a pretty good time.
Yeah, I've got a couple donations. We've got €5 from Anonymous saying, "Let's go! Super hyped for the event and can't wait for all the runs." And we have another €5 from TDM Panda saying, "Pre-stream donation, good luck to all the runners. Just remember to have fun and raise lots of money for a great cause. Money goes to the Crash Bandicoot Blindfolded fight."
Alright, just finishing up day 1 here.
Got one more if you have some time left.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we've got €20 from Gregory Garcia saying, "Egg." Just egg.
Egg. Alright, so...
Shoutouts to Egg.
Shoutouts to Egg. So we'll be moving to the Garden of Hope now, where we'll be getting our third, well, at least meeting the third captain. You know, Brittany is her name? Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on the routing here at the beginning if you want to explain what's going on, Jay.
Alright. So, this whole beginning part is a lot to take in. Basically, you throw 8 on the wall, throw 5 behind you, and then throw 7 across the water. Go over and charge those guys onto the wall. And this just makes it so everything gets done perfectly and all together.
So it's kind of what, you know, most Pikmin games are, you know, known for, just a lot of multitasking.
Right.
I'm gonna call this guy back, because, you know, throwing him's faster.
Then he'll throw 7 over there because it's exactly half of what there is, and he wants it done in 2 trips. And then we want this wall to be broken down as fast as possible, because we have to get to the other side.
Here's one of the big new additions to, you know, Pikmin 3 Deluxe over the Wii U version. They actually added nectar to this version. It was in the Wii U version too, but it's very, very, like, there's not much of it.
Yes, so those nectar patches, or nectar eggs, that you just saw were not in the original game.
Alright, so I got there just as the wall broke down.
And in this game, enemies are nothing, so you can just charge right at their, right at the front, and they will not eat a single Pikmin.
Yeah, they added different difficulty modes to Pikmin 3 Deluxe, as opposed to the Wii U version. The Wii U version is basically, like, heart mode in this game is basically the Wii U version's difficulty. Except, I think even that one's a little easier, because they still added more nectar around. Maybe we should explain what nectar does. Makes Pikmin slightly faster and stronger, I think. At least that's what it was.
Yes, it flowers them, and it makes them faster and stronger. So, if you had the option between a flowered Pikmin and a leaf Pikmin, you want to pick the leaf. Or, not the leaf, the flower always. If you wanted to waste time, then you could throw leaves on them, I suppose.
Don't know why I would want to do that in the speedrun, but yeah. Anyway, we got a new Pikmin type, by the way, my favorite one. That was introduced in Pikmin 3. It's the Rock Pikmin. I just like the idea of tossing rocks. And these guys, they can break glass walls, which is what we need to rescue this other captain. just showing a couple of reds on there because in this cutscene, this little tutorial, you know, they want you to throw the other captain because that's a new mechanic in this game. You can actually throw other Pikmin captains.
Just like that, now all of our Pikmin that we have with us are flowered.
Yes. Oh yeah, we threw 5 during that cutscene to it wants you to throw 5 in the cutscene, but if they're already there, it just saves a couple seconds.
And then we'll flower more Pikmin over here because there are more eggs. And this is another interesting strategy that SBU found. Or was it Luars? I don't actually remember.
I think it was SBU. If not, we'll just give him credit.
So, basically, you have all your Pikmin swim across the water, and it just saves a lot of time, and it's very nice. And you'll flower all your Pikmin with these 3 eggs here.
Okay, that was really fast for my standards.
That did look pretty clean.
Alright, well, they're taking down that wall. We're throwing a couple more Pikmin here. So that, also positioning Brittany here so she'll block the Pikmin if they carry back the body. Which they'll hopefully do.
Correct. Sometimes Pikmin AI is fun and they don't carry back the corpses. And it's always great when that happens.
Yeah. Love Pikmin.
Now we have our first main story boss. This is the Armored Maudad, and you have to throw rocks at its shell to get to the soft inside to attack with red Pikmin.
Oh, he's giving us a
If you
tour.
crack open the tail,
He's really giving us a room tour. How nice. Because what he actually does
now
is
he's at
based on
a
RNG.
very small amount. Now we would insta-kill him, but you can't actually kill him if he's on the wall, so we wait for him to walk off the wall. Right there, he actually got some nice wall RNG.
Ooh, okay, at least I got 20 on. So sometimes they just will refuse to pick up the phone.
Yeah,
And
it's very nice that he managed to get all of them on. And then there's more nectar here for us to nectar the last of our Pikmin that we're gonna get. And basically now we're just waiting for the phone to come back, so... Ronald did a little trick called seed manipulation right there, where you trick the onion into spitting out more seeds by having, say for example, the 5 pellet go in, and then as soon as it starts spitting out seeds, have the other one go in, and it'll start spitting out extra seeds.
I don't think this was this fast. I feel like some Pikmin did not grab the bridge pieces. The phone had to wait there for the bridge to be finish. I am really confused at what happened there.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you had them break the crystal.
Yeah, no, I want to put an extra red Pikmin on that pile, but I guess he decided to come join me as opposed to just, you know,
maybe
open the you know, bring the bridge
didn't
pieces
lose
to the
too
bridge.
much time, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
I think the Maudad like room tour already kind of killed the gold because that was really fast for my standards. So, that. All right, just finishing up here. The onions actually combine into one in this game, which is neat. In the other Pikmin games, they don't do this.
Very nice. But it can also cause some weird things to happen. In this run, there will be an example of that, and we'll get to that when it comes.
Oh yeah. Alright, that's the end of day 2. And the next day is going to be really interesting. I think it'd be better if I just focus on it and you just try and explain it, Jay?
Correct. Day 3 is one of the hardest days in the run. It's nice that it's very early on and just 15 minutes in.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. And basically at the beginning of day 3, we get separated from Alf because the ship crashed into a tree branch because Alf can't drive. And now we're separated and we're stuck in this cave and we have to get 20 yellows to push the iron ball. We don't do that, however, and we just climb up this wall.
Go unlucky.
Not yet. Unfortunately, this trick is very hard and sometimes can take a bunch of attempts. But there you go, now he's gotten it. Kind of.
Got the backup.
He saved it.
Ooh, okay.
So
Well,
now we just walk on the edges of here. And then we have to walk over this branch.
Nice.
And we have now done a trick called the yellow onion skip.
So we never actually activated the yellow onion. So
Correct. That is the first out of bounds of the run, I think.
Yes.
And then here we go out of bounds again. There's an invisible wall here, and you have to clip through that, which Ronald did very well. And we have to go around the back here, and we can't go too close to the edge of the out of bounds area, because then we'll clip back in bounds, and we won't be able to do this trick, and we'll have to start over again. This part can be one of the hardest parts to learn because of just where the edge of the out of bounds area is. Because right to the left of Brittany there, you can fall out of bounds and just die.
Yeah, I was kind of scared, not gonna lie, because, I don't know, usually I don't think about it and I just do it, and I was like, it would lose a lot of time if I just did this during the marathon. So.
But Ronald got it very well and got it first try, so that was nice. Now we get on top of the bag there and whistle all the Pikmin. It makes it easier to whistle them from far away. Now we get into the second boss, which we don't actually have enough yellows for, so we had to use this flower here to get more. We turned 5 reds into yellows. That is called a candy pop bud. Then we throw the yellows over to that light, and that stuns him, and he's attackable.
Oh, I tried the camera like that. Ooh, that's not good. I wanted to do more damage.
And then we do this one.
Safe. Nice.
And there we go.
That was a 2-cycle, and I think that's the fastest cycle you can get on this version. But what's really nice about this version of the game is that there's a normal mode, and we're playing on the Deluxe's normal mode, which just gives boss enemies just like cut into half.
Yes, compared to 3U, every enemy in the game has half health. In 3U, 3-cycle was the best that you could have done. And that was even harder than doing 2-cycle in this game.
Yeah, so it's just really nice that we can do that.
Another way that Yellow Onion skips save time, by the way, is at the beginning of the end of day cutscene, we were able to skip it.
Yeah, there's no cutscene of, the onions merging, because there's no onion to merge with.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. So yellow Pikmin, they don't exist anymore. They never existed. We won't see them for the rest of the run. Kind of.
Yeah.
Things get a bit weird, but they start getting weird.
We'll get more on that at like day 5 or 6. But you'll notice here there are no yellow Pikmin because we never got the onion.
So we have time for a quick donation?
Kind of want to One sec.
After
Yeah,
this
don't
part,
worry.
I think so. He's doing right here a captain clip where he tries to clip Brittany through the wall here. And there we go, he got it. Disband Brittany, and then she'll be up on this ledge. He has to walk back before he walks over to the paper bag, because there's an invisible wall right before the bag, which makes it so you can't go into the boss area. It's not a very well programmed failsafe, as you guys can tell.
Yeah, we'll be doing a couple of those clips throughout the run, but that's the first instance of a captain clip.
Correct.
Look, a totally
Then
innocent
we get
phone.
into
That's not it.
really RNG heavy fight. It is completely random how long it takes for him to do his attacks. This is the sand belching ear slug. I forgot to mention it.
That sounds correct.
Yeah, this is always a 3 cycle, and there's nothing we can do to make it shorter. Yeah. We just gotta wait for the boss to finish. Now we have time for donations.
Alright. We have €50 from Joseph Black saying, alright, let's go! Run us good luck. May your RNGs ever be blessed.
Alright, well, we'll see about that. Thank you.
So in that dirt mound that he just dug up, there were 2 bombs in it, and that makes it so that the boss here will die very quickly compared to just charging all of them in. It saves like 2 or 3 seconds.
They just all grabbed on instantly.
So that was one of the best phone grabs I've ever seen in my life.
That was awesome.
So yeah, now we're just waiting for the phone to come back once
There's a couple
again.
things we're doing though in the meantime. We gotta, actually make a path for it to go back to base. There's a stone wall here we can blow it with bombs, so we'll be trying to... Also, if we don't get fleet right now, we die. I think that might be a thing you might want to talk about a little bit.
Oh yeah, we need to get that fruit that is buried. And then that will give us 2.5 drinks. And it also skips, if we get this as the first fruit, it also skips a juicing cutscene that we don't have to watch later.
That's fine. Oh, that's not fine.
Oh, that is not good at all.
That's fine. It's okay.
So, most runners do kill that many Pikmin anyway. You actually got exactly 68, which is what people normally get.
We'll just try this wall real quick, I suppose.
Normally,
I think we've got a time. Oh, actually, you just finished what you're talking about, and we have time for a donation.
Normally, people will kill enough Pikmin for it to go down to 68 total by like drowning in the water right next to there. But I guess the blowing them up works too.
Guys, this is actually very optimal. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Now he is going to want to whistle off that whip tongue before it goes in because he wants it to go to rocks and not reds.
God, I could really use the
I'm
extra.
nervous there.
'Cause I kind of blew up some rocks. Not entirely the plan, but
Right.
we'll make it work. I didn't lose too many, so that's actually fine.
Correct. So you'll notice that he ended the day before it actually spit out the seeds. That makes it so that the seeds just stay inside the onion, and we can just grab them out on day 5.
We've got time for a donation now.
We have no new donations as of right now, but I do want to quickly let people know that we have an incentive coming up really, really soon for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is the Spiritless Pauline incentive, which nobody has donated for yet. So if you want to see that happen, get your donations in.
The next area is called Twilight River, and there's going to be a certain cycle that we're going to try and make. So there's these lily pads that go down 2 rivers, and one of them will get us to the next area. And we want to try and make the fastest one by trying to get a good captain clip, managing the wing swell. So I think while I do that, it'd be best if I focus and, just let GA do this thing.
So here, he will grab out exactly 83, which is why you wanted to have 68, because then you can just grab them out instantaneously.
Which is why I blew him up. Just, optimal menu.
Right. That was definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
And then he does another captain clip here, so that he can get up onto that ledge. There we go. Switch to Elf and throw 4 rocks over, and whistle Charlie as well. And then we can switch to Brittany and get said rocks and free the winged onion. Now that we have done that, we have effectively gotten wings early without having to build the bridge, which would have added like 5 minutes to the run or something.
This could still be fine, actually.
So... Actually, there's nothing to talk about.
Trying to get Elf onto this lily pad. Oh, well.
He got a little bit of a slow cycle for the lily pads, but it's not a huge deal. Now he just threw 10 on there. Some of them tried to drown.
They were not very successful.
He throws 6 onto that flukeweed because that is the second and final fruit that we need. And now we have all the Pikmin that we are going to grow for this run. We don't grow any more except for 1 on day 6.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hurry here.
So now you'll see him grab bombs, because these will be useful in about a minute. You'll see why they're grabbed. He's got to be really quick though, because he got a unoptimal cycle, so he just barely got onto the lily pad.
Nice,
and then he can whistle
perfect.
and then he whistled the wings from base, and now we have all of our Pikmin going into the south area.
So we have an extra bomb here to destroy this wall. No Pikmin blown up this time, so that's good.
And now we're gonna do a trick called Portable Sunset.
Yeah.
Basically, you move the Portable Sunset, which is the name of the fruit. I don't care about the real life name, I'm calling it this. Now we will throw the captains on here, and this makes it so that he can do an out of bounds to get to the boss area early. And there you go. Now we just switch to Charlie and do the out of bounds.
There we go. Gonna do another long whistle to get all my Pikmin over here.
Yep. Now we are starting the 4th boss. Yes.
I have to think about it too. Don't worry. I was like,
Yeah.
Is it the 4th? Yeah, it's the 4th.
I was trying to remember. As of right now, we're just waiting for him to do his first attack, which takes like 10 seconds, which is 10 seconds too long.
Wanna try and kill a lot of beasts in this this first little
Right. If you kill, I believe it's 18 or more, he'll do his next attack a lot quicker, and you don't have to wait as long.
So you might have noticed I put some Pikmin onto a flower before we got into this fight. Before we even hit the trick. While this fight is going on, they're collecting berries to get these sprays, the ultra spicy spray.
That basically makes them attack faster, and it also flowers all of our Pikmin, which is nice in case you didn't have all flowers. And that's it. That's the whole boss. It always has to be 2 cycles because of damage caps, once again.
Yeah. I feel like one kind of... oh, that's not optimal.
That was great. What was great about it? It's a great example of how Pikmin don't know how to grab things. Normally you want 10 on here, and for some reason 4 of them did not want to do that.
Yeah, they were being mean.
Oh my goodness.
One thing that might be worth talking about is the reason... who we're carrying back right now. These people think it is Captain Olimar, because they have something called the Cosmic Drive Key, which is something that our ship needs to be able to leave this planet. So not only are we trying to get food for our planet, you know, we're also trying to get off this one, which is proving to be difficult. So this is a trick called Louis Clip. And I got it pretty quickly, so...
Yeah. That was very good. That trick can take minutes if you fail it. But he got it in, like, 3rd or 2nd try or something. So that was good. Come on.
Oh!
Oh my god!
I have a new kitten, everybody!
Everybody congratulate Jay. What? Oh, I see what happened.
She woke up and now she's climbing all over me.
We might be losing some Pikmin here. Because I think I might have to leave some behind. It's faster.
Losing Pikmin's not a huge deal.
Especially if they're reds.
Right. Reds are probably the most disposable Pikmin in this run.
Oh, for sure.
But he's only losing 1, which is not bad.
Alright,
Now we just gotta wait for end of day.
Yeah, so... the host wants to just come hang out, say some words. Right now, we've got about a minute, I think.
Yeah, I suppose I can say some words. For those of you just tuning in actually, we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our events online for the time being. This event features streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world, bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. We're raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who is dealing with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind.
So, we got this guy back that we think is Olimar, might have our Cosmic Drive Key. Turns out, he's not actually... You know, he's not actually Olimar. Also, he runs off with our food. So we're gonna have to chase him on this little Day 6 adventure. Yeah, he's asleep in this cutscene and just runs off on the next. It forces you to go to Garden of Hope because that's where that's where he runs off to.
Correct.
That's where he lands the ship and runs off to.
This is the first example of Yellow Onion Skip being a little bit of a problem. You have to whistle out the wings or call out wings and then do the rest of them. Because otherwise, then the whole onion screws up and it doesn't know what to call out.
Yeah, you get really, really weird numbers.
Correct. I don't know if it's the same in 3DX as it is in 3U, but you could clone Pikmin.
Yeah, you can.
And get some really strange numbers on the onion. Like, you can have it say... like -3 on the field.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's a fun way to spend an afternoon.
Right, putting the winged Pikmin into... we did another Captain Clip to up onto the ledge there, just rushing towards the boss, which is this totally not suspicious rock that we're gonna break. Turns out it's not a rock at all. It's actually a 3-legged giant monster. Yeah.
Basically, you need to throw rocks at the shell in order for it to be able to go into attack mode. Well, we can hit it mode. Now we're gonna wait for him to start his attack and wait for an exact moment, and then we'll start throwing reds, so that way we can hopefully get a 1 cycle here.
Ooh, it's gonna be a little rough.
Which is gonna be very, very close.
Nice.
But he
Still
got
one
it.
cycle.
There we go. That trick can be kind of hard. And then here we go again.
Nice.
And this time they actually decided to grab onto him. So that's always nice. And we build these bridge pieces because if we didn't, we would have to switch to Louis being carried by wings, which wings transport things slower than ground Pikmin do. So we just build that bridge so that we never have to switch from wings to ground Pikmin.
Kinda wanna flower that guy. Not very important, but you know, it's right here.
It's always nice to have all flowers.
We're not killing the crab this time. Usually I do kinda kill it, but this time it was not being an issue, so it can live. Alright, pretty solid day 6, I'd say.
Yeah, that looked pretty good.
So, there's only 7 days for this run, so our next day will be our final. We will be coming up on the boss in like, 4-5 minutes-ish. So, this adventure is almost over. But not quite. It's the next area can definitely be a pain. It's not easy. But we'll get into that when we're actually in the level. Yeah, story-wise, they finally figure out that Louis isn't Olimar, and they figured out where Olimar is. It's in this area called the Formidable Oak. So that's where we'll be heading next. And the Formidable Oak is an interesting one. It's a very unique area, which people either love or hate about this game. Personally, in the speedrun, I think it's really neat, but opinions toward casually are definitely, yeah, either you like it or you hate it kind of thing.
Right. And here we are going into day 7. The final day.
If the host still wants to say something, now would be probably the final time until we finish the run.
Alright, well, we have 20 euros from Krull saying, let's get into the triple digits. Good luck to all the runners, volunteers, staff, mods, and everyone else involved in one way or another. Have fun, everyone. Big smile.
Alright, we're calling out the winged and other, blue Pikmin out first, because the onion, as Jay mentioned the previous day, is kind of messed up from not having yellows.
Right.
But it does save a lot of time overall, at least on this version of the game, to not get the yellows. So this is the Plasma Wave. I think it'd be better if you explained just what the level's about while I do it, because it's kind of one that requires my attention.
Right. So, Brittany went ahead because Brittany is going to be commanding the Pikmin carrying Olimar through this whole level. And we just need to clear the pathway for Olimar to get back to base. We'll switch to wings here because speed isn't a huge deal here because they'll mostly keep up with us. And he needs at least 10 so that he can charge them up to this paper bag here and get there early. That just skipped having to break down a dirt wall. And that guy can be a little bit hard to kill because of...
It's fine.
Just because of him being electric. He's gonna throw Charlie over here, and then he's gonna charge a bunch of Pikmin onto that wall. So that way that gets broken down for later. And then Brittany is going to long whistle those Pikmin that were on there. You need at least 10, but 30 works too.
And if I have enough, it doesn't actually matter at all.
Right. It doesn't affect anything by grabbing more, so why not? Now we do another out of bounds, which I can't believe works.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
You just run up this wall, and then you just walk out of bounds here. He comes all the way up here, and then switches.
Is this the Plasma Rave? Hello, Plasma Rave.
Now he's going to come down here and charge his Pikmin onto the wall and switch to Charlie, which they should have been done already.
Huh.
Now they're done.
It's only 15? What happened to the others?
I think they stayed with you. But he throws some onto those guys to distract them. And he charges into that other pile, because there are 3 bombs in each pile. And there's also the one next to the other pile, which means you could have a total of 7. Technically, you can do this final part with 4, but it's way more inconsistent and doesn't save a ton of time.
Yeah, so we're heading towards the end of the cave here. Once we get out, the final boss fight starts, and the time will be coming up, and will happen when we, when we kill it, when we get the final hit on. So whoever's doing the timer should probably get ready for that. So it's gonna happen soon. Olimar's taking.
And while we just wait for Olimar, there we go. Now it has begun.
If you hate this boss, you'll like what you're about to see.
We wait for a specific moment, and then we throw all 7 bombs.
Kind of sacrifice something. Oh,
that was a perfect time. That was a perfect fight.
That was so fast. Are you kidding me?
That fight could not have gone any better.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was really quick.
4 bombs saves 15 to 20 seconds. SBU is saving.
Sounds about right.
Really?
Not sure if it's that much. It saves time, but it's harder. Don't want to do it in a marathon setting, so maybe in the future. But yeah, that's Pikmin 3 Deluxe. One of my favorite games on the Wii U. I'm really glad they ported it over to the Switch, because they honestly made a lot of quality of life improvements, even added some side modes if you want some extra levels, although the extra levels are kind of just regular story maps with some added flair. Just some special missions. It's a really fun run to do. If this run interests you at all, I think it's honestly one of the easier Pikmin games to pick up, because it's very segmented into 7 days. There's some alternate strats that are easier. And yeah, if you want to learn how to run this game, there's a speedrun.com page. If you just want to play the game, I cannot recommend it enough. Pikmin 3 Deluxe is definitely, I like it a lot. So I'm glad to have shown it off here. Hopefully, maybe some other categories in the future. All fruits, actually getting, the best possible ending, as opposed to the ending we're gonna get now, which is a little grim. So it's good that you can't hear. It's good that you can't read it, or maybe you can. Not judging. I don't know what this.
Maybe you can read it. We don't discriminate.
Yeah. Shoutouts. I want to give some shoutouts to the Pikmin 3 community and Pikmin community in general. They've been really nice. I want to give shoutouts to the current world record holder, Luars, who has a 38:30 in this category, which is a insane time. I want to give shoutouts to Claire's, SBU Diver, Ritsoro, PiePusher11. I want to give special shoutouts to PiePusher11 because there was a chance I couldn't make this run, and he he was going to be my backup. So thankful for that. Also,
And there was a chance I couldn't commentate, and he would have been the backup commentator, I assume.
so special shout outs to Jay as well, who's been providing the co-commentary.
That's me.
Did I? Ice Cube, Jayhawk, can't forget those two. They are almost forgot to mention them. Oops. Anyone else I'm forgetting? Really hope I'm not. Just maybe yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the run. Thanks for watching. That's gonna be it for me for this marathon as well. So I wanna, good luck to all the runners out there. There's a lot of really cool events coming up, so I'm very much looking forward to catching some of those, and I hope you guys will stick around to see them too. Alright, that's it for me.
Alright, thank you very much for your run. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back after an ad break, I'm gonna assume, with some Kirby's Dream Land. See you soon.